Hello people, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. DTCC patent highlights XRP as potential bridge asset in liquidity networks. Okay guys, let's get into this one. Okay guys, you've got to stick with me for this one, okay? There's a few things that I want to show you, so you're going to want to watch this till the end, and just remember to like and subscribe guys, remember to do that, okay? So let me show you something here. So we've got here a patent, and the thing that I want to say, like, there is a part at the end that there is a caveat about this, but I'm going to show you why I still don't think the caveat is as big of a concern as what you would think. So I want you to bear in mind this, okay? We've got here, Ripple top executive says, quote, seems important, unquote, as Hidden Road goes live on DTCC's clearing corporation. Okay, so we've got to bear that in mind as I'm going through this. Okay, so XRP and the XRPL as liquidity bridges. The patent specifically highlights the XRP ledger, in brackets XRPL, as an example of a blockchain capable of supporting these liquidity pathways. XRPL's fast settlement and built-in decentralized exchange features make it the perfect bridge between different assets. Okay, so I'm just going to show you here the quick diagram so you can just quickly see this. So you can see here they're using user A to user B. How can I transfer ABC token? And then you can see here step 1, analyze possible payment path. So you can see the general gist here, what they've done. They've just made a quick thesis of how they would do this, and ultimately they're saying this is where obviously XRP could be used as the bridge asset settlement layer for this payment. Okay, so let's get into the next part and then we'll continue on. Turning market infrastructure into tradable assets. Generally, the document sees liquidity tokens as investable assets. A token could represent the economic value of a specific conversion pathway between two currencies, digital assets or tokenized securities. Notably, platforms could create a non-fungible token representing a liquidity structure and then fractionalize it into fungible units. Users would then store these tokens in digital wallets and trade them across distributed ledger networks. Essentially, investors could own pieces of liquidity corridors instead of just the underlying assets. For instance, a token could represent the liquidity path between a stablecoin and XRP, or between XRP and a tokenized security. When demand for a particular route grows, the token's value could rise, introducing a new type of asset linked to market infrastructure itself. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to finish this off with the quick caveat, and then I'm going to tell you why this isn't as big a deal to me. So, important caveats. It's important to note that the patent does not confirm DTC plans to use XRP in its systems. XRPL appears as one of several compatible distributed ledgers. Patents often mention multiple blockchains to show technical versatility rather than signal a firm adoption plan. Nonetheless, XRP's inclusion in a patent tied to a major financial infrastructure player has sparked interest. It demonstrates that tokenized liquidity corridors can support bridge assets like XRP, especially for cross-ledger transactions where direct liquidity is limited. Okay, so it says here that obviously it doesn't guarantee that because it's been mentioned in the patent that means they're going to use the XRP token. But I just want to go back to this right here. Hidden Road goes live on DTCC's clearing corporation. So this is why I'm saying, for me personally, while I do acknowledge the patent and it's not saying that it's a guarantee that they're going to use XRP, we know that Ripple have Hidden Road, which is using the DTC corporation. So for me, I'm thinking, well, if we know that that's what Ripple have got there with Hidden Road, would they not want to try and make it so it's XRP that would be the bridge asset? Would that not make sense? Do you see what I'm saying here? So look, I can't obviously make any guarantees. I don't do that. That's not just my style personally. But what I'm saying is that's very promising. It's very promising because, look, I've seen something recently with a influencer called King Solomon, and he saw a patent to do with Hedera. And in the patent, it wasn't just Hedera that was mentioned, but Hedera was the one that kept coming back up. And I agreed with King Solomon that it does seem like they're going to do it on Hedera because it was, yes, it did mention other networks, but Hedera was the one that was always coming back to the fold when they was mainly talking about, the benefits of utilizing the technology and that kind of stuff, right? And I think when it comes to, you know, this type of use case, XRP is the one. This is XRP's speciality. This is what XRP does. So again, this is one of those situations where, yes, you can mention other networks that can do this, but this is XRP's wheelhouse. This is its speciality. This is what makes XRP unique. So XRP is the best choice for this. And because we can see here that Hidden Road has gone live on the DTCC platform, it would make sense that they're going to try and make it so it's XRP. Ripple are going to fight for it to be XRP, of course, right? And you've got that connection there between Ripple and the DTCC. So look, I'm not saying that there's any guarantees of this, but what I'm saying is there's enough things here for you to look at this and say, there's a very strong chance here that this could be very positive for XRP. Like, there's enough things that we can see linked together where we can say this is looking very strong. This is looking very strong potentially for XRP. So this is incredible, guys. This is absolutely amazing because of the potential. I'm sure Ripple are going to fight for this. We know that Ripple want XRP. You know, they said it recently that XRP is the North Star. And I 100% believe that. It's obvious because they have the most to gain from XRP being successful. So it's going to make them way more powerful and successful if XRP is successful. So it only makes sense that they will continue to drive and push for its adoption. So yes, I think they will fight for this to happen. They will do everything they can to try and make this happen because they hold the escrow. So they have the most to gain from this, obviously. So very, very big this is. This is something I'll definitely keep an eye on, guys. But you've got it here, a patent, and it's highlighting XRP. This is the specific token that's been mentioned. And as I say, it has mentioned other networks that can do similar things. But XRP, this is its thing. Like, this is where it shines. So it's the obvious choice. So to me, it would only really make sense for you to use XRP in the end because it's the best choice for this type of use case. So thought I'd share this with you guys. As I say, you know, I think that's very promising. I don't know for sure what's going to happen, but there's a lot of things there that look very possible for this looking big for XRP. So let me know your thoughts, guys. Very big news here, so I thought I'd share this with you. If you like it, remember to comment, share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. So thank you very much for watching this, and I'll catch you in the next one.